Just a stone's throw from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and it is rocking and rolling here at Huntington Bank Field in downtown Cleveland. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man, and that's the rookie fourth-round pick. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off play action. McLeod. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
One of the league's best linebackers. He ended that play almost before it began. And the running back, absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and the Jets are going to get a new set of downs. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
2nd and 11. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall With career touchdown number 94, he ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
79 Bronco. Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun, McLeod escaping the pressure right. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On the counter, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Now the Jets will call on the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Hall, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited by what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
One more time with Hall. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. They'll try to run with Hall. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. He's going to float this one deep right side. Here's a diving catch right side. A big play that time for Cleveland. 52 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. McLeod. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the side, over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He finds his man complete. That's Morgan. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Here's the Jets punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Browns drive about to get started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be gathered up in the end zone, and that's a defensive touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking to throw. McLeod. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Off the play fake. McLeod. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. Touchdown! A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get a bit closer. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw again. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll run on first down. It's Robertson. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 12-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. "19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Buffalo 18, 19 tight. 19 tight. 18, Pioneer.
Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Come on. Set. Say, hurt. Hurt. Ready.
Back to throw. McLeod. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Ready. Street. Dragon 60. Hut.
Looking to throw. McLeod. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football back at their own 17.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hensley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Operating from the gun, McLeod. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hensley, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go, shot. Chop 60, chop 60.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Back to throw. McLeod. Throwing right, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Browns are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Paul on a give up the middle. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
18, run, 18, ready. Panther 11, Panther 11. 19, Lions. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. McLeod. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hensley. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
70 range.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarter.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion.
He finds his man, complete. It's Mills. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Straight ahead is Hall. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it in. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Big alert, big alert.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper. 69 yards. And the Browns have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. And the Jets have got it.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
There on the stop was Leo Chanel. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now back to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. McLeod. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Okay, ready?
Here's 1st down.
Let's go now. Go.
Running it with their receiver, Cooper. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
Set, go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 7.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready. 18 rapid, 18 rapid.
Looking to throw. McLeod. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Let's go.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone.
And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're